going to be using the Dodge and sponge tools. So the Dodge tool is kind of like on the lower bottom. So we want the sponge and we right click and click on the sponge. And let's see what the settings are for the sponge. So we want a brush of 35. So 35, a hardness of 0, and we want our flow of 50. And we're going to drag the sponge over the iris of the eye to increase the saturation. Okay. There we are. Oh, and the mode should actually be saturation, by the way. Forgot to mention that. So I'm going to click there. I don't see much of a difference. Maybe you do. Let me go ahead and look at it before. Oh, yeah, there is. So I'm looking at the history brush, and then I go down. Oh, yeah, I can definitely see it now. Then we'll drag the sponge tool over the iris. Okay, we did that. We're going to change the brush size tip to 70. So now we're going to 70, and we have a flow of 10%. Lowering the value of the tool can give you more control by lowering the rate at which the tool paints. You have more time to gradually build up an effect by repeating strokes. You can use the sponge tool to desaturate too. All right, so before we desaturate, here I'm doing the same thing, and it gives you more control. Now we're going to desaturate. You can use so mode, desaturate. We're going to change the brush size now to 45. All these numbers changing all the time. A flow of 50. And then choose to desaturate the mode menu option bar. Brush over the corner of the eye to reduce the red. So corner of the eye to reduce the red. So to make it look like she didn't have a bachelorette party at night. So let's go look up here. I don't see much change. I guess it's very subtle. All right, so now I got rid of the red in her eyes. Brush the corner of her eyes to reduce the red. We did that. Now we're going to use the Dodge tool. I right click and click Dodge tool or quick key O. And this time we're going to change our brush to 60. The exposure is 10%. Brush over the tool over the eyes, the whites in the iris to brighten them. Okay. And I believe the range should have been changed to highlight. So, highlight. Oh, choose highlights for the range. Oh, I see it there. And then click and then go over her. Oh, whoa. That's really bright. It looks kind of scary. She has a really bright, look at that. Whoa. So actually a little bit too much. She has scary white eyes. It looks too much. But, I mean, those are the settings on the book. But I may be reading it wrong. With the Dodge tool still selected, select shadows from the range menu bar option. Okay, now we're going to shadows. So range now is shadows. Use the Dodge tool to lighten the shadow area above the eyes, area around the irises to bring out the color. Okay. So right above her eyes. I guess. Looks kind of ugly, but you know. Oh well. All right, well go ahead. We played with the dodge tool and the sponge tool.